Hey guys, how's it going out there? Rooster in 10, roostercb.com, out here on the big dummy load and the big power supply. Got a customer test video, and this is actually a video requested by the customer. So it's a Carl built 200 HDC, and I don't actually think I've ever done a video on one of these. Sold a couple of these this week. This one has sideband, and the other one is without sideband. Recommended drive from these, as stated on the back of the amp, is about 80 watts PEP from Carl. Now, personally, do I think you could probably get by running more? You probably could if you were really careful, but that 80 watts PEP is going to be safe. It's got two HG2879C transistors in it. And we're going to test it with my Anytone Quad 5 Plus all the way. I will show you guys the output of this radio at the end of the video. This is my personal radio. I've talked on it on the air, and one of my favorite radios out there. Does it do as much power as a Striker? No. Is it as probably punchy as something like a Striker? No, but has a really, really good sound to it. And they just sound fantastic with a Superstar 507. But what we're here for is the 2-pill C-Box. Carl always puts these in a 5-pill cabinet, which I think is really nice. And I will be getting some more of these in. So if you're somebody that's wanting one of these and you want to make sure you get one when they come in, you are welcome to prepay, or I guess you'd say reserve one. Obviously, no pressure to do that. I always keep quite a bit of stock, but again, sometimes it goes pretty quick. So we're going to be testing it 15 volts flat. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and we're going to test it on AM first. And it does have a high and low. We're going to be in high power for our test here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my RF power all the way down on my Anytone here, because I really don't know how this thing's going to react. So we're just going to turn the RF power all the way down, and we're going to come over here to our watt meter. Zoom in, we got a 1,000 watt slug in. We're looking at the bottom scale, and we're just going to key up, and we're slowly going to roll the RF power up until we get into a good spot for it. So again, we're looking at the bottom scale. 20 is 200. We don't want to key that much, but not really too scared to key, 60, 80 watts, maybe even 100 watts out of this thing. That's going to be a pretty tough amp. Okay. So we're slowly rolling it up. What do you say we settle right there? Let's see how it does right there. Hello, audio. Almost 200 average. Hello. That's about 200 average from 80 watts. I say we leave it right there. We could roll it up a little more and probably get a little bit more average power out of our radio, but that's going to be a good safe spot for it, and this is going to be PEP. Hello, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio, 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 1, 2, 3, audio. 500 watts PEP. So a couple hundred average, 500 PEP. That's really still running this thing pretty reasonable. Hello, audio, a little bit over 30 amps on AM. Okay, so that is what it's doing on AM with our radio set right here. I'm not going to change any settings. I'm just going to go to sideband. And this is how I actually recommend people run these amps. Any sideband amp, I don't recommend most times going in here and adjusting the RF power back and forth for AM and sideband. That's how you end up tearing stuff up. So if you just want to play it safe, you're just going to go over here. Now, is it going to swing max power on sideband? Probably not. Because we've got it choked back to like 10 o'clock here. But let's see how it reacts. We'll see how it does. We're going to flip our sideband delay on. We can hear it kick in on the Carl built. You make sure our slug's in here nice and straight. And we're going to be looking at the bottom scale. And this is still PEP. Hello, 1, 2, 3, audio, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio. All right, so you can see we're doing less on sideband than we are on AM. Okay, that's because the RF power on this radio, it's going to control the top and bottom end a lot more on sideband than it does on AM, or control the top end, I guess you'd say. So don't really have a bottom end on sideband. So if you did want to run it at more power, and you're like, well, it's doing 500 on AM, it's only doing hello, audio, 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 audio. It's only doing 375 on sideband. Personally, me, I would leave it there. Hello. You can see it's drawing more current. So what does that tell us? It's doing a lot more average power. Let's go to average and just show you. Hello. Okay, remember we were doing 200 average on AM, 300 average on sideband. But let's just pop this slug out. Or no, we don't have to pop the slug out. We'll leave it in. I don't have one of my smaller ones here with me. Let's just see how much power this radio is doing. And this is going to be PEP on sideband. Remember, we're looking at the bottom scale. Hello, golly, not much at all. Hello, audio. Hello. What do you want to call that? 20 watts, 25 watts? If we go to AM, it's going to be doing a lot more. Hello, audio, about 80 watts on AM there, maybe 70. Hello, 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 audio. Check. About 80 watts on AM versus about 25 on sideband. So what's that tell you? If we were doing the same PEP on sideband, our amp would be doing the same peak power. We're getting almost 400 watts, putting like 20 to 25 watts in it on sideband. And we're getting 500 watts out of it, putting about 80 watts into it on AM. But that's it, guys. Pretty thorough demonstration on one of these. It's going to run good. Again, we're only running it at 15 volts. You can run these 2879Cs higher if that's what you desire. You can run them, 15.5. Some people run them at 16.5. That would probably be my limit, is 16.5. But 15.5 volts wouldn't hurt it at all, and you would be surprised how much difference a half volt makes on these things. These 2879Cs really just crave the voltage there. But that's it, everybody. Nice little combination here and a video for the customer. I hope this answers any questions he might have. Rooster in 10, roostercb.com. See you, bye.